Hello, my dear friends. My name is Siddharth, and you're watching me on my YouTube channel, Padho. So, today we are going to discuss an important topic from Madhya Pradesh Public Service Commission examination, paper number 3, that is tissues, and tissues, particularly plant tissues. Moving further, let's know what is a tissue. So, tissues, as we all know, is a group of cell. One single tissue is a group of cell, and there are many tissues in human bodies that constitute an organ. Tissues are a group of cells that are structurally similar. So this is one statement that we must understand, and second part is that these structurally similar group of cells, they compositely work together to perform a particular function. Examples of tissue can be blood, phloem, muscles, etc. Blood, as we all know, is a fluid connective tissue. Now, what are the types of tissue? So broadly, plant tissues and animal tissues, and we will be discussing about plant tissue in this presentation. Plant tissue. So here in this slide, I have tried to classify plant tissues. This is as per the syllabus of NCERT, CBSE syllabus. So plant tissues are broadly classified into meristematic tissue and permanent tissues. Meristematic tissues are further classified into apical, lateral, and intercalary. Permanent tissue, on the other hand, are of two types again, simple and complex. Simple permanent tissues are again of three types, parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. Complex tissue, on the other hand, are xylem and phloem. We will look all of them one by one. So first one is meristematic tissue. Now these are very special type of tissues which actively divide throughout their lives. Therefore they are found in the growing parts of the plant like root, shoot, flowers, and therefore since they are present in the growing parts of the plant, they are responsible for the horizontal and linear growth of the plant. What is meant by linear growth? That is, the root grows down, the shoot grows up. Horizontally is the increase in the girth of the plant stem. Apical meristem. So, as the name suggests, it is present on the apices. Apices means the terminal ends. Terminal ends being the shoot tip or the root tip. Since it is present on the root and shoot tip, it is responsible for linear growth, and which is also known as primary growth. So, friends, linear growth, it is a point to be remembered. It is known as primary growth of plant. Second one is intercalary. As the name suggests, it is present between two things. What between what two things? It may be present between in the middle of the shoot system. So it may be there in the leaves, it may be there on the internodes. It can be seen as depicted in the diagram. It helps in the primary growth of the plant. The M grows and it is further branched into small again stem. Then it is holistically a primary growth. It is holistically a linear growth of plant. The third one is lateral. Lateral, as the name suggests, again it is present on the lateral sides, the sides of the stems and roots. So it is responsible for the width or girth growth. And this width or girth, that is the increase in diameter of a stem or root of a plant, is known as secondary growth. Now, what are permanent tissues? Now, the permanent tissues are formed after the process of differentiation of the meristematic tissue. As we all know, that meristematic tissues are the tissues which actively divide throughout their life. So, when a meristematic tissue stopped dividing itself, it develops into a permanent tissue. Permanent tissue is further classified into simple and complex. So we will be dealing with simple permanent tissues. There are three of them: parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma. Parenchyma. Parenchyma are most simple and unspecialized and loosely pegged cells. There is large intercellular spaces because they are loosely pegged. What does it do? It provides support to the stem. So everything, a tissue always provides a support, and it stores food because they are again very loosely packed, and there are few parenchyma cells which contains chlorophyll in them. So in that case, the parenchyma cells are known as chlorenchyma, and they are active participants in the process of, as we all know, photosynthesis. What are collenchyma? They are elongated in shape. It can be seen in the diagram. They have regular thickening of cell wall, and since the cell walls are thick, the intracellular space is not available or it is virtually absent. they occur just below the epidermis. Now, what is epidermis? Epidermis is the outermost covering of the plant body. It will be dealt in the future classes. And what does collenchyma do? Collenchyma, as we all know, it provides support and elasticity since it is neither rigid nor flexible. Therefore, it provides elasticity. Now, sclerenchyma. Now, students, parenchyma and collenchyma were living cells. That is, they had cytoplasm present in their cell body. Now, sclerenchyma is a kind of cell which is dead in nature because it has no cytoplasm. The thing which is very distinct about sclerenchyma is that the cell walls are very thick because of the deposition of lignin and cellulose, and therefore they are rigid and hence provide strength to the body. What are complex permanent tissue? Now, complex permanent tissue is since whatever the tissues we have studied so far consisted of only single kinds of cells. Now, complex permanent tissue are composed of multiple kinds of cells. They are xylem and phloem. Let's study xylem. Xylem is a specific tissue which conducts water X H2O, as I have learned, ऐसे याद मैंने किया है. Now, this is a unidirectional movement. It is a conducting tissue, it conducts water, and the conducting of water is a unidirectional movement from the roots to the apical parts. क्यों? क्योंकि root absorb water from the ground. तो वहाँ से पानी आएगा तभी ऊपर जाएगा, hence it is unidirectional. Or since it is a complex permanent tissue, definitionally it is composed of multiple kinds of tissues. So xylem obviously will have multiple components, and those components are tracheids, vessels, xylem fiber, xylem parenchyma. Tracheids, vessel and xylem fibers are dead cells, whereas xylem parenchyma is a living cell. The details is not required as of now, so let's skip that. Here we have another diagram which can show you the complete structure of xylem and all the four components, how they are joined together to form xylem, and they are compositely working together to perform a particular function, that is conduction of water from root to the parts of body. The next is phloem. Phloem is also a conducting tissue. It has bidirectional movement. Why? Because it conducts food from leaves to other parts and other parts to the leaves. It also has four components. Components include sieve tubes, companion cells, phloem parenchyma, and phloem fibers.